Welcome everybody to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar. We do this every day, Monday to Friday. It is Sunday, but we had an eventful weekend right now, yesterday. So we gotta check it out how it's going today. What is gonna happen next week? Is the supermoon's gonna kick us towards the upside? I'm still not bearish, guys. Even this dump up here making me more bullish. I don't know why. I think it's the sun. I think I'm getting sun heat. There is too much sun in Norway right now, so I think I'm getting some kind of sun heat. I cannot feel the bearishness, guys. I cannot feel. I see all these bears, they're talking about FUD, and I was thinking like, what is bigger FUD than Binance and Coinbase? And I mean, technically, it is a real thing. It is happening. They are closing, withdrawals and deposits and stuff like that. I get that, right? And then there is a Robinhood FUD, right? They are closing some kind of pairs, and then there is FUD about next one is Bybit and Kraken or whatever, right? These other exchanges, right? So I get that. I get all of that, right? And I was thinking like, but what is the big FUD? Like the mega top FUD? What is the thing that's gonna top everything? And there is only one thing, guys. There is only one FUD that's bigger than Binance, Coinbase, and everything else. And I think you can guess which one that it is. It's not China FUD. It is actually Tether FUD, right? So next time, if you want to see something bigger dump than what you just had, it's gonna be a Tether FUD. I was thinking like, what is the biggest FUD? Because Tether is affecting literally everything, right? You cannot get away from Tether. If Tether decouples, gets sued, something happens, people start getting out, it's gonna be mayhem all over, all across the board, right? I know it, you know it, everybody knows. But the way I see it, I want you to remember one thing. If you see Tether FUD coming out, and if it's a real thing, if it actually Tether goes to zero or something like that, you need to remember one thing. Tether might die, crypto might go down, the volatility might increase, the price might drop by 50-60%, but you gotta know one thing. Crypto is not dead, and it will bounce and come back. Just like right now, stuff is bouncing a little bit, trying to come back. We're gonna check out, on Bitcoin, whether it's gonna bounce or not. It doesn't look that bullish, to tell you the truth right now, but there is definitely, some kind of, hopium right now playing out. But you can see up here, even this candle up here is breaking the moving averages towards downside. So the bullishness is not quite there just yet. This is a 3-day time frame over here. So, we need something to happen bullishly on the chart to tell us that we are bullish. But, entire move towards downside is be just rejection went down a little bit, rejection went down a little bit, down, try to go up, rejection again towards downside. So this looks like just maybe the Tether FUD might come in and might drop us towards downside. Is this gonna be the case or not? We gotta check that out. But the charts are not that bullish, but I'm not that bearish. The charts are not bullish, but I'm not bearish. So I don't know what gives. How's everybody doing in the chat? Hamdi, what you doing? We gotta know, Hamdi. Krista, morning TLA, all my fellow followers. How you doing, man? Hamdi, everybody's still in bed with big hangover from yesterday. I don't have a hangover. I actually sleeping like a baby. Like, guys, since I went on the diet like 2 weeks ago, I've been sleeping so good. I don't know what it is. I think my hormones in my body is just, kind of working. And I've been sleeping so good, like 8 hours on the dollar every single day. Super nice. At least we know why the dump yesterday. Yeah, there is that. XRP. I didn't actually, but I don't know why the dump is, but they are definitely, yeah, ADA is, creeping the pants towards downside, but you can see down here, even ADA is hitting the bottom down here. So, how much down can it go beside the bottom? That's the question, right? XRP only went down 5%. Yeah, there have been a couple of coins, XRP, Tron, and I think, Ethereum is right now up 0.2%. But yeah, there have been a couple of coins that actually didn't go down that much. XRP, Tron being, two of them. It will probably all roll over again. I might do that. Robinhood FUD. It does happen, the FUD is always around, especially in these kind of moments. Definitely could happen. Who even uses RH? Robinhood. Mainstream uses Robinhood a lot. Come on, guys. Not so negative. I see only opportunity. Of course, there is opportunity, but Pepe, what's happening, Pepe? I haven't checked out since yesterday. Yesterday it was down 20%. Right now it's up 0.08%. I don't know, the difference between minus 20 and 0.08 is quite huge. Man, what happened to your beard? I haven't joined the channel for months. Yeah, it had to go. It had to go. So one of the reasons I want to get rid of, number one, my beard. It was a Corona beard, right? So when Corona started, we had to take a couple of months off the work, and I didn't shave. So I fell in love with the beard, and I was like, told my wife, when Corona is done, I'm gonna shave the beard. But Corona got kind of done, but I kind of liked it. But right now I stopped smoking 3 days ago, and I shaved the beard, to help me, mentally, change my, psychology myself, to help me quit smoking, So I did a couple of stuff, I went on a diet to, sleep well, eat well, so I can have energy, motivation, and willpower to quit smoking. I also shave the beard, so you can, feel like a psychological effect of, new man, new person, so quit smoking. So I haven't smoked like 3 days, and it's going okay so far. So there is that. It will grow back before the winter, maybe. We're gonna see that. The green is goblin. Yo, what's up, TLA? How are you doing, Greets? So let's check out a little bit what's happening on Bitcoin over here right now. And as you can see right now, we are still in both of the channels, and we have these channels for a while. We still haven't broken out of the both of the channel. This is a smaller channel, this is a bigger channel up here. And the way I see it up here, we do definitely look like we could drop down here towards downside up here. There is support over here. I think this is a weekly or monthly. No, this is the major support down here. And we got a 50 moving average all the way down here at 22k. So you get a 22k down here and 24k up here at the top up here, give or take. Major levels up here, these two major levels. 24.3k down here and 22k. 24 is very, very important because of these stops up here. So are we gonna retest those stops or not? Depends. And the 50 moving average down here at 22 also very, very important. So we're gonna keep these two yellow lines up here because these two are very important, horizontal levels that we need to, have in our mind. So if we do drop down here and doesn't look, this up here, this movement towards downside, although it looks like it's going towards downside, maybe even some falling wedge up here, maybe some kind of falling wedge, but it's kind of crappy falling wedge. I gotta tell you that it's kind of crappy falling wedge. I don't know how to draw this, crappy falling wedge up here. It looks more like, channel up here that's getting squeezed towards the support up here. Could we drop down another, what's this on Bitcoin up here? 13% down. It could definitely go 30% down. Could it go down something like, maybe something like 5-6% down? It could. And if that would happen right now, that would mean that, altcoins would even crash even more towards downside. So we're gonna look at altcoins a little bit more in a second up here. But we are in the channel, and the fact ever since the top up here, we got some kind of double top up here, we pulled back, it went down to the distance, hugged the support, create kind of support, tried to get above the 50, failed that, went down all the way to support, tried again, failing that again, going down to support again. So the support up here, if it starts breaking towards downside, we could have a big dump. On the other hand, we are still on the support level up here, and you'll see right now that, altcoins are at some kind of bottoms. Even Cardano is some kind of bottom, as we just saw over here. Even Cardano is some kind of bottom down here at the bottoms up here, and you'll see that some kind of overextend levels are definitely in play up here. Daily time frame right now, Cardano is down at sorry, not minus, but at 20 RSI. You'll see that this overextended level up here, these are major overextend level. On the weekly time frame, the RSI is only at 34. I mean, it could go down to 30 like over here, right? And you can see a couple, it's been down at 30 levels a couple of times. Up here it came down very, very close to 31 or something like that. Over here it came down to 29. Right now it's at 36. So are we gonna see that move towards downside? I don't know. You can see up here we are climbing up to the zero line, but we're still not above zero line. But overextension levels are quite huge on the on Cardano right now, and you'll see that this fast move up here towards downside, I mean, it doesn't happen that often. This was the capitulation phase. So we're gonna have another one of these, big moves down over here. That might be the case. So we're gonna see. So the way I actually am reading this, and you'll see this on a lot of altcoins right now, that these overextensions are coming into play, especially on the daily time frame. Daily time frame right now, everything seems to sitting at some kind of 20 RSI. This is Phantom, right, sitting at some kind of 20 RSI, and you'll see that it's hitting a lot of stuff is hitting these very important very important support line channels over here on the downside, and doesn't just go for you know, everything up here. Over here we see that it can go down a little bit more, but the daily RSI is down at 24, so it is very, very low. And weekly everything sits around like 35 weekly or something like that. There are a couple of, you know, bearish crosses on the weekly time frame, but daily time frames do seem to be like overextend towards the downside. Now today is Sunday, and there is not much volatility. You know, I'm guessing the volatility will start kicking. And the way I'm reading the charts right now, yes, it doesn't look that, you know, good right now. But the FUD is already right now, you know, played out. We already know what's happening. There was some talk about some kind of, you know, some kind of fund, you know, dumping a couple of billions of their crypto, something like that. Whether that was the reason that everything dumped towards downside 20%, I don't know. But the way I'm reading the charts, the Bitcoin doesn't look that bullish. But oftentimes when it doesn't look that bullish, it does something to, you know, create bullishness, right? So you can see up here, moving averages are squeezing us towards downside. We are getting squeezed over here right now. This on the daily time frame is gonna take a couple of more days before we go towards the upside. Is this gonna break towards downside? We do not know. But right now we are getting, you know, Monday tomorrow, and everything seems to be at some kind of oversold levels, at least after this yesterday 20% dump. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we get some kind of, you know, relief rally, at least, you know, to pick up some coins, right? So we here, you know, and relief rallies, you know, work like this up here, right? So you can see up here we are overextended towards downside from moving areas. So relief rallies would be these moves towards upside, towards resistance levels, right? So these resistance level moves up here towards upside, this is what I'm looking for. So I would call that relief rally, right? So it goes down, overextends, and then pulls back up towards upside. And then you check out, you know, how these resistance level play out. Can we break those? If you break those, you become bullish, right? But this relief rally right now towards upside on everything, because you can see how extended we are from everything, right? So this relief rally, so I would expect, you know, tomorrow, maybe even, you know, Tuesday, that we should have some kind of relief rally, just to, you know, pick up, consolidate, get up a little bit on some coins and stuff like that. And then if we can actually break some kind of resistance level, then we can actually turn a little bit more bullish. But right now it does seem that it's still bleeding towards downside, but relief rally is still in play, the way I see it. This is why I see it. Retest from the breakout, then back up. Retest from... Well, TLI, why did you take off? Get it back on. I'll leave. It had to be done. The moons are completely broken. The moons are not playing in our favor, guys. But this is a new moon. It didn't do anything. This is full moon up here. I mean, it's still not doing anything. And these are just normal moons, so we don't really care about these moons. The big moons, the important moon, starts over here, guys. Right over here. This is the 3rd of July. 3rd of July. This is the point where the moons start playing, because these moons up here from 3rd of July until October, these are, you know, full moon, super moons. There are 4 in a row. It's super moon season, and that's why that's the thing that's keeping me very, very bullish right now. It's the super moon season. So you can tell me what you want. Just before the super moon season, we have a huge FUD on Binance and Coinbase, getting ready to get that spring in. And I do believe that, you know, the spring on altcoins right now are being created, that we are gonna you know, get, you know, a couple more weeks, and we're gonna get, you know, the moves towards upside going. And you know, that's keeping me, you know, very optimistic, very happy. I really don't care. So let me show you one more thing. The moons, what I want to show you, I mean, like 2 seconds ago I remember it, like, yeah. So moons are gonna, you know, we are waiting for the super moon season, and that might actually, you know, help us go towards upside. So we are betting on that. Yeah, the dominance, goddamn, 2 seconds and I will forget stuff. So yeah, today Malarian posted that image up here we can check this out. This is market Bitcoin dominance up here, and you can see up here it is hitting the resistance up here, some kind of resistance, but the fact that these points up here are not actually, you know, and it's just one line. I don't know if this is a channel, so you got to check that out. But it is looking a little bit bullish, so maybe this we can check if there is any kind of divergence up here at the top or anything. If this is gonna fall down, it's maybe some kind of sortion pattern. So let's check out the dominance up here. You can see up here that the dominance exploded up here towards the upside. Let's go to the weekly time frame up here and see up here if there is any kind of, you know, it's just bouncing up here very nicely. It does seem to be, you know, a divergence up here at the top. There was no divergence over here, but there is divergence right now up here towards this top up here. So maybe we're coming some kind of top up here. Looks like we're getting bearish growth up here at top. Monthly up here. On monthly there is nothing. Let's see a little bit higher up here. 3 months time frame, 2 months time frame. No, there is nothing, but 2 monthly up here hitting some kind of resistance up here. The monthly is still not hitting resistance, but it is kind of pushing towards the upside. It doesn't look that weak, but could it fall down over here and then do this move up here? I mean, definitely can. I don't know how it's gonna play out here because we don't actually know. And Mlana, you know, drew this trend up here. Yeah, it is nice trend, but you know, where does this, you know, midline go? Maybe something like this, give or take, but you know, it doesn't kind of. I don't know. Let's use the bottoms up here. Let's say the bottoms are legit. And where should the, you know, midline up here be? Maybe something like this, give or take. We just create lines that are giving us the most hopium, right? We're just creating lines giving us the most hopium, but this over here seems to be going towards downside though. So you know. And if you draw it like this over here, which does seem to be nice, it looks like it broke out right now, consolidating, and wants to go towards upside. So I don't know whether we're gonna continue towards upside or downside on the dominant chart. Unfortunately, this looks like might also be some kind of expanding musical instrument. We should actually break towards downside, but if it explodes up, it's actually strongly bullish. But we already did explode up here, so maybe back in the channel and towards downside. I don't know. Very hard to, you know, analyze the dominant chart and figure out, you know, what's gonna happen based on the dominant chart, or how Bitcoin is you know, playing versus altcoins. Will we get altcoin season soon? And after this dump, the altcoin season is getting more and more likely, the way I see it. Yes, some altcoins are still bleeding a bunch towards downside. A lot of altcoins haven't stopped, you know, dropping down just yet after yesterday, and still, you know, pushing down. But everything, like even this up here, is right now is sitting at 20 RSI on the daily time frame. So I would assume there should come some kind of relief rally on these stumps. So we're gonna see that. It rolled back before the winter. Retest from Eureka. So there was a good-looking lad under the beard. Man, I do regret shaving the beard because, you know, you know, I looked more like, you know, older guy, you know, wise guy. You know, people believed me more in my technical analysis before. Right now they're like, who the F is this, you know, kid, you know, telling me to do stuff. Yeah, there is that. Anyways, guys, just a quick update. I do believe that, you know, right now that altcoins are down. I mean, what's gonna happen? You just saw altcoins, like big altcoins, altcoin caps. The RSI is down at, you know, below 30, 20 levels RSI. What's gonna happen? Another 20% down from the 20% daily RSI. I don't think so. I mean, that gotta be some kind of tether thought happening and stuff like that. So I do believe in some kind of, you know, for the upcoming week, some kind of relief rally, some kind of consolidation patterns to happen, because it was a big dump. And as my wife said, you know, just buy when it's down 20%. She's been telling me, you know, every time stuff is down 20%, just buy. Just buy. You see stuff down 20%, you know, just buy it. She goes on CoinMarketCap, sees that stuff, everything is down 20%. She says that's the time to buy, and she knows. She knows because she's been, you know, through this rally. You know, I do lines. She just look at market cap. She sees 20%, says buy, and she knows. And she's would be a better trader by, you know, following that strategy than I am, you know, looking at the lines, because she's like, oh, there's a lot of panic, everything's going, yeah, it's gonna come back up. Just buy, you know. So that is that, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Bridge cable. Wife is right. Yeah, wife is right. Maybe. Guys, thank you for stopping by. That was Bitcoin Daily on a Sunday. Tomorrow is Monday, so I'm gonna check it out. By the way, there will be no Bitcoin Daily for the next week. I will be going, having a little bit of vacation. So there is that. I'll see you around, you know, at the end of the week. there is that. Hopefully it doesn't pump too much or dump too much. Bye bye guys, have a nice day. Where's the outro? We're gonna do this one.